Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CASTcast. This is the podcast for the Association for Software Testing, and specifically the podcast for the conference of the Association for Software Testing 2017. I'm Michael Larsen.
And I'm Claire Moss.
And today we are joined by the Association for Software Testing's president, Justin Rohrman. Good morning, Justin.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about, since we're early in the game for doing the podcasts here, is if you're listening to this, you may very well be wondering, should I be going to CAST 2017? Well, let's fix that immediately. Well, yes, of course you should be. But
that answer is easy.
Yeah, that's an easy one. But more to the point, there's a few things that definitely you want to consider in your favor this time, one of which is the fact that the conference is being held in Nashville, Tennessee, as it is sometimes referred to as Nash Vegas.
Yep, that's right.
Justin being a local of Nashville, we thought it might be fun, in addition to talking about the conference itself and some of the neat things happening with the conference, is to also talk about some of the things you can be doing during the conference, before the conference, after the conference, in lovely Nashville, Tennessee. So, Justin, we're going to be leaning on you heavily this show.
All right. So, if you've been to CAST before, you know that it's always kind of wrapped in events. There's the two-day conference. This year it's going to be August 17th and 18th are the conference days. So there's 2 days of actual conference days. That's workshops, track talks, hanging out in the hallway, talking to people. The tutorial days are the day before that, August 16th. During the tutorial day, we'll have 4 different 8-hour tutorials. You get to pick one to attend. And then at the end of the day, we're going to have a big reception to welcome everyone to the conference. Before and after the conference, we also have things to do. Eric Davis will be hosting a games night.
That'll be fun.
Eric is a
big game
Eric
enthusiast.
is the games guy. He has a separate backpack that's full of testing famous games like the dice game. I think he brings Set, Zendo. So Eric will be doing games as many nights as he can after the conference and after the tutorials. And that'll just be in an open area. So everybody's welcome to come play games. And generally have some sort of testing lessons embedded in them. At the tail end of the conference, on Saturday, we're going to have something called TestRetreat, which Michael and Claire are extremely familiar with at this point.
Yes, true.
TestRetreat is a 1-day-long open space conference. So you get there and there is no predefined agenda. The first thing you do in the morning is pitch sessions, anything you want to talk about, anything you might want to present on, for about an hour. Everybody pitches their session that they want to run or facilitate, and then you vote as a group to find the most popular sessions, and then you build your agenda from that. It lasts from 9 a.m. to about 5 p.m. There's breaks and lunches in there. You just work your way through all of the sessions that have been voted on.
So I'm curious about, I've been going so long, I can't remember what it's like to be a new person at an unconference open space like TestRetreat. Are there some pro tips you have for people who are considering it but might be a little intimidated coming to an event where everyone proposes something?
Yeah, you don't have to propose anything. There's no forced participation. Kind of the deal with an open space is you get as little or as much of it as you want. So if you want to hang out and observe and sort of go and listen, that's absolutely fine. If you want to hang out and prepare ideas ahead of time and pitch 5 or 6 different sessions and present as many of them as you can, that's also fine. Open spaces are interesting. It's kind of a build your own conference.
I think, I've been part of every TestRetreat except for 2016. So it's been interesting to watch it grow and develop over the past few years. And what's really neat about seeing this process grow is at first you may come in and say, I don't really know what I'm doing with this. I'm just going to observe. But almost nobody just observes. It seems that after you see everybody else pitching and presenting, you realize, oh, I've got some idea on a topic, or that's cool, I want to participate with that. And then you start seeing people jumping in and giving their own suggestions, sometimes grouping their ideas with others. So just because you may have never been part of this before, don't be surprised even if you're just going to be a fly on the wall, if you find that you are very actively participating and proposing things that you may not have even planned to just prior to getting there.
I do find that it has a way of drawing you in. It seems when you are surrounded by people who are so enthusiastic about their topics that it's easy to absorb that energy and become engaged in the conversation, even when you thought you were just going to hang back and listen.
Yeah, that's definitely true. One other interesting thing about this is a lot of people use it as a way to get their first conference talk done. There is no CFP process, so if you have something interesting you want to talk about and you convince people while you're there that it's interesting, chances are they'll vote for your topic. So instead of submitting to a proposal process and then waiting a week or two to find out if it's accepted, you can just go there and do it.
That's how I started out. My first conference presentation was at Test Coach Camp. What was that, 2012?
Yeah, 2012 in San Jose. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's correct.
So that's TestRetreat. That is on the Saturday after CAST, August 19th. I forgot one thing that's going to happen in the evenings during CAST. I'm planning to put together a HonkyTonk crawl. So if you're familiar with pub crawls, this is the same thing, but it's got a Nashville flavor to it. There will be a unorganized organization of people that are going to go downtown, probably taking Ubers. On Broadway in Nashville at night, it's sort of lit up like Las Vegas, but there's lots of boots and cowboy hats and things like that. And you can go from country bar to country bar. Most every single bar will have some sort of music playing. And if you're lucky, you might see an Elvis impersonator.
All
so
right.
I'm thinking that will be on Thursday night.
Also, we should mention that CAST is being held at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel.
That's right. So the rooms are very nice. It's built around a fairly massive compound. It doesn't sound so... It doesn't look so, like, militant as a compound sounds, but...
Okay, it's built in a series of neighborhoods, is what I think I would describe it. And it's like having an indoor city. My family went for another conference years ago and just adored walking around through the building. They spent hours.
Yeah, we usually go a few times a year just to walk around inside of it. There's a lot of very well manicured gardens. There's restaurants, shopping, bars, all inside of the hotel. You don't have to leave to get to any of this. It's just a really nice place, and it's all air conditioned, which is important for Nashville in August.
I'm already excited just to check out the hotel and the venue surrounding it. Of course, CAST is always a great event because you get such a diversity of speakers and topics and other avenues to explore. TestRetreat and HonkyTonk Crawl, it sounds like it's going to be a fun place to be. So if you are still on the fence about participating in the conference for the Association for Software Testing, or as we like to call it, CAST, we hope that we can help you get off that fence. And if people want to know more, where should they go?
Go to the Association for Software Testing website. That is associationforsoftwaretesting.org. And we have a conferences link up at the top. And that page, you'll find most everything you need to know about the conference.
There are call out to a bunch of the different places to visit on the venue and logistics page.
That's right. And I haven't talked about the conference much yet. We're still in the final stages of putting that together. Right now we have the tutorials and the keynotes on there, which are going to be very cool. But in just a week or two, hopefully we should have the full program for the conference listed as well.
And stay tuned for more about that. We are going to be doing more of these podcasts. We are going to be talking with more of the speakers, more of the organizers, and hopefully giving you a really compelling reason to say, yes, we're going to be at CAST 2017. I'll be there. Justin will be there. Certainly hope so.
And I'll be there.
And Claire will be there. Yay, absolutely. So we hope to see you there. And with that, we're going to say goodbye and to catch you on a future CASTcast coming soon. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.